Hello and thanks for joining me for some more Planet Crafter on Planet Humble. We are picking up a little bit of time after the last episode. I just spent a little bit of time running back and forth from here to our new base, carrying some stuff, and look, we are starting to get insects. We crossed over. We're almost at insects. We haven't planted any trees yet. For now, I'm just going to shove that in there. We have a blueprint to unlock that we picked up last episode. Shredder. Didn't we already unlock the shredder? Could have sworn we did. We've got a few things that we can make. Do we have cloth? Can either do the air filter or the water filter. I'm thinking the air filter is probably the better option. Just eat those. Don't know if we've got enough cloth to do both of them. Pretty sure I've got one piece though. We've got one. Let's do the air filter, I guess. We need an osmium. Let me pin that. And I think all the osmium is back at our other base. We've got some super alloy. And methane and... Alright, let's cruise on over back to our new base. And then I think today... I mean, we've got a lot of stuff that we can build and do. But I think we need to explore the map a little bit more, because we've barely explored any of it. And there are some resources that we are going to be needing. I think at this stage, it's probably a good idea to start looting some of these chests. Been holding off on them as much as I can, because the loot is determined by your level, or your terraformation level. But we'll cruise on over here. I did put up a vehicle station here so that we can just call the vehicle back and forth. But we do have a lot more to do to the base. All we've really got going so far, the bioplastic. We need one more. And the methane. And an osmium. Okay. We have osmium. Don't have a lot of osmium because I keep forgetting to go back to our ore extractor. I will be glad when we have drones, but we are a fair way away from that. Alright, yeah, we're going to do the air filter. Now, I believe we've also got an exoskeleton that we haven't done. That also takes osmium. Alright, let's pin that one. Super alloy rods. Just one. Couple more osmium. And whoops, uranium. Okay. Thought I had more uranium rods. That might be enough anyway. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Our crafter is over here, so let's... What are we missing? Oh, we've got to craft the rod. Don't worry, my brain cells will catch up eventually. Okay, so let's put that one on. Alright. Okay. Got a bean on us. Let's drink that one. Maybe we should get the vehicle. Don't know where we're going to go. Don't know this map at all, which is why we do need to explore it a little bit. What have we got in here? Titanium. Let's take all that out. So I did rearrange this around up here a little bit. Did put in a couple of... I put in... Okay, I moved the crafters up here. And I've got one here doing the super alloy rods. But our main problem here is that we've run out of titanium and cobalt over here. Alright. But we have tons of aluminum. Let me grab some of that. What do we need for beacons? Aluminum, silicon, and titanium. Of course, it's titanium. One of the things that we have a lot of shortages of. Maybe we should take some stuff for a hab as well. All right. Let's see. Got a little bit of cobalt in there. All right, we'll grab stuff from the other side. There's a titanium. All right, so we need titanium. We need 2 more titaniums, 3 irons, and another silicon. It should be enough to put up a hab when we're exploring. And enough for a couple of beacons. Okay. Let's just... We're not thirsty, but might as well go on a full stomach there. Let's eat that. Okay. So, not sure where we're going to go. Now, my last playthrough was early access and it wasn't complete. And pulsar quartz at that stage was pretty much, I think, the only quartz in the game. And it was craftable. Now I believe we need to mine it or find it out in the wild somewhere. What we got here? I'll take the food. Yeah, I'll take all that. Why not? Okay. Let's shove that in there. Should have bought some explosives because we're supposed to be able to break open those things. Let's have a look in this chest over here though. More of the same. Guess we don't really need the sulfur. But I guess we'll take it. Almost filled up the car already. Alright, let's just grab a quick bit of air in here. Where do we want to go? I'm not sure. Okay, I think we just came from... Yeah, that's our home over there. Alright, yeah, we're heading up that way. Okay, so let's chuck a Yui if I can get in. Let's go up the hill. Let's try and find some high ground, I guess. Let's check this chest. Much the same. We haven't found any tree seeds yet. Even though we are past the tree stage. Alright. This is the sulfur area. Okay. Whoop. Okay. We do have a spaceship wreck over here. So I guess we can check that out. What's this? Are we going to find anything decent in there? I don't know. And we have got the vehicle stuck. Alright, so let's chuck some things in here. Alright. Is that what we need for a hab? Let's just chuck up a hab really quick. Okay. Are we better off without that? Because when I'm wearing it, am I actually losing oxygen while I'm in here? It doesn't look like it. Alright, well, I guess, okay, what's this? Uranianite. Alright. let's put up a container. Guess we'll pop a container in here for now. Shove that in there. Well, the car's stuck. Alright, maybe not. Maybe we'll... take the hab with us. Pop that in there. Okay. This way. Alright, it's a bit dark. Even with my flashlight on. Let's see what we can find up here. Alright, maybe we won't go in the ship just yet. Whoops. We're going to be able to get out of there. Yep. Let's have a look at this big thing. What is this? Uranianite. Okay. Okay. Not really what I'm looking for. Okay, so I guess we'll have a look in the ship here if we can find a way in. Where's the entrance? Is it over there? Let's throw a hab back up here. No. Alright. See if we can get in there at all. I am not good at using the jetpack. We do only have our tier 1 though. Let's try from up here. Just not quite. Alright. That's what we're going to do. We will see if we can find some iron. There we go. Alright, so we have some containers here. These fuses were not really in the game during my early access run. We do have another blueprint. So all we've got there. You got a blueprint? Yep. Alright. None of this is particularly special. Let's drop that off over here though. Now we need one more iron. There's an iron. All right. Let's chuck storage in there. Throw all of this in here. We can't get in here anyway. We need a higher tier deconstruction tool. Okay. Let's have a drink. Let's just grab a spare bottle of water out of there. Actually, what I will do, let me at least grab the blueprint chips out of here. What else? I'll take the fuse. I will take those. Yeah, I suppose bacteria, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. We'll come back for the rest another time. I'll shove that in there. Let's take an extra... Alright, we'll eat that. We'll take that. Got an extra oxygen on us. Alright, let's go for a wander on foot this way. Check this out over here. So, that looks like lava. So I know they added a whole lava biome to Planet Prime. That was after the end of my last playthrough, so I haven't really been to that area on the first map. We possibly should have brought our hab with us. Or at least something to make a hab with. Okay, I'm not seeing much in the way of resources around here. We do have bauxite. Couple of titaniums. See much iron though. See any iron. What is this? Obsidian. Okay, so this was not... Obsidian was not something that was in the game during my early access playthrough. And I believe this is what we need. We need to put this stuff in an ore crusher. Now, I don't know, can we mine this stuff? Like with an ore extractor? Can we do it with a T2 if we can? That's the question. There's not a lot of it there. And we don't have any iron to build a hab, so... Alright, so that is where these big lava falls are, so... Alright, I think we will come back here. Let's just have another little look around this side. Generally this sort of rocky type area, we can't really typically build any ore extractors on. We need like a soft, like a more ground type of area that's, oh yeah, big rock bridge going over there. Alright, so there's some iron. Find another piece of iron. Alright, that should be enough to throw up a hab. Yeah. That looks deep. It's not that deep. Okay. Alright, so home is back in that direction. Our vehicle's over there. Alright, we'll cruise over this way. See if we can get to any more of that obsidian. Is it obsidian? Yeah. See if we can find a spot that is going to be useful for placing down an ore extractor for that stuff. If we can get around there, that is. Alright, well, we can call our vehicle here. Let's shove that in there. Let's take an extra oxygen. I'll take a water as well because we're going to drink in a minute. Oops, didn't mean to drop that. Let's pop that in. I'm missing something. Nope. Alright. Okay, so we should probably empty this out as well. Have a container in here. Not really. Okay. Don't want to use that iron. That's for my hab. Don't have iron in there. Alright. I am just going to drop this. It should stay in here. It's not like we really need a lot of it anyway. Alright, that's fine. Okay. It does look like a big bridge going across there. Maybe we need to go up here. I mean, at least I guess if we find some high ground, we might be able to get a viewpoint. Get a bit of some visuals on what's around us. Not that way though. Don't know if we can get up there. Alright, maybe not. Okay. Let's head back down and we'll continue around. Now, I'm not sure if that's the same bridge that we were at before. Okay, but there is, looks like a lot of dolomite around here. What have we got here? What is this? They're the things that we need explosives for. Okay. That looks like a fairly long way down. Can we climb? Can we climb down there? Yes, we can. Okay. Right. Okay, but we don't. Do we want to go down there? Is that going to put us in the lava if we climb down that one? Oh no, that takes us back up. Okay. What have we got here? Iridium. Okay. It's not what we want. What we need is obsidian. Lava. Lava. Alright. Yeah, does this stuff burn us if we walk on it? Yeah, it does. Alright. Oh, I guess we'll pick up the larvae. Alright, let's have a drink. Let's put up a hab. Well, there is iridium here. Now, I don't know if we set up an ore extractor over here, will it mine iridium instead of having to rely on the uraninite? That is what I'm not sure of. Let's hop down here. Oh, why not? Just grab it all. Okay, but alright, I have lost the spot where I was finding the obsidian. You know, it was around here somewhere. Do have a little building down here. Got another one of these guys. Got anything that we can grab? A rare lava. Can we get in there? We can get in this one. Okay, tree seeds, that's what we need. Let's pop a hab here. Lots of lava around here. What's that one? Rare one. Alright. Let's pop that in there. Let's pop all these guys in here. Let's eat that. Llama seeds. Space for that. So we can build the terra tokens. That's our first terra tokens. Alright, I guess we'll take the lot. Another blueprint. And don't we need the... Yeah, we do. Need the T2 deconstruction for that. Alright, well we have a full inventory. Let's see. I mean, I guess these guys can stay here for now. Well, we don't really need the sulfur. Alright, that's fine. We'll cruise home. Now we've got a message. Hopefully we have an oxygen on us. No, I don't. Hopefully we can make it home though. Alright, through here. Okay. Don't think we came through this way. But we've got more mushrooms and stuff here. Alright, so I guess we might need to start packing some explosives in the car. Can we get out this way though? Where's our home beacon gone? There's our uraninite beacon. Alright, we're a little lost. Oh, wow, this looks pretty cool, but I think we're going to die down here. What's that? Zeolite? We do have a source of zeolite. Osmium here as well. But we are lost in a cave. Let's have a look in this, see if there's an oxygen canister in it. It's not. Alright, there's our home beacon. Super alloy there. So, where are we? Okay. This is our zeolite. We don't have a hab here though, do we? No, so we will keep going. Alright, so I haven't set up screens or anything in the new base yet, so... Okay, so we came all the way under here in that cave, by the looks of it. We are pushing it fine on the oxygen. So we don't need the flashlight on anymore. Are we going to make it? Just. Alright. Okay, well we can chuck some fertilizers in here. Explosive powder can go with that. Let's pick some food. Full. Let's eat that one. Alright, so we've got some tree seeds. Well, we will have when we've got them on us. But, we will at last be able to plant some seeds. Got a few. Let's go decode these blueprints. An area lamp. Alright, let's just have a drink so I don't forget. Mapping screen. That's what we need. Okay, no good to us till we get some fabric. T2 jetpack. I believe we need fabric for that too. We don't. Okay. Alright. Let's grab an oxygen. Okay, let's finish picking the rest of our veggies. We'll keep the bean on us. Let's sort that. Okay, so is that thing there? Is that this? Is that obsidian? I don't know. Alright. So did we launch our... Alright, let's go back inside. We got the satellites rocket up. So we did put up the GPS satellite. But we didn't have the map screen. Pretty sure we had a spare... We have a spare compass? Maybe not. Alright, so... Let's pin that. Alright, this should tell us where we could get stuff. So we do need aluminum. Let's just shove these fellas in here for now. Terra tokens as well. We'll chuck the tree seeds in there. Throw most of that in there. Alright, so we need a magnesium and a silicon. Easy. Alright, so now for the mapping screen, we need an iron and a silicon. And for now, we'll just put it over here. Let's have a look. Alright. So, this is where we are. That's as far as we can zoom out. So, I don't know if we can reach any of this out here. But let's say that's down the cliff. There's big wreckage there. Okay, I think that's where our zeolite is. That's the smuggler ship, I'm guessing, that we did a couple of episodes ago. We might need better GPS satellites to tell us where certain resources are. But at least we do have some kind of mapping now. So let's have a look. Yep, we definitely passed over into insects. And we are heading towards breathable atmosphere. Let's have a look here. Alright, but we do need... What do we got here? So we've got the tree spreaders. We can do some tree and plant rockets. Alright. Got the T2 flower spreaders we can do. Alright, So we need to find a source of pulsar quartz, and I don't know if that comes from the obsidian. Is that what that is? Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna chuck that in there and see what happens to it. Let me pull all of this out. So I don't know if it takes it from the top first. Let's take all of that out. Shove that in here. I don't know if that's what that is or not. We'll put that in there. We'll see what happens to it. Let's call our vehicle. What have we got in here? Most of this can go back to the other base. We've got another blueprint though. So let's unlock that one. T4 mining. Alright. Okay. So there's our progress for today. Done a bit of exploring. That is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy this video, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.